We are continuing on about the Trudeau Foundation with Kate Bain, the Managing Director of Charity Intelligence. You were about to talk about, whether in fact, to your knowledge, there's anything that was amiss with this foundation. You were talking about the $200,000 and it was accepted and there is something with the receipting?
Yeah, it's like a back office. The way it was receipted doesn't seem to be kosher.
So, but that could be just one person. Doesn't mean that everybody with the foundation is under a cloud, does it?
It does look to the way the organization is run. And you do need to have proper procedures and processes in place. And that's why the directors asked for this to be fully investigated. And that's where the sort of...
And that's what they should have done.
But that was the issue last week when the directors and the president resigned. Because apparently, according to La Presse and the Globe and Mail, the old guard directors, who were the directors of the Trudeau Foundation when this donation was processed, weren't willing to recuse themselves from that investigation. So the new guard said, look, if we can't have a full investigation, we're out of here. So that's why there was the mass resignation. I don't know many of the players, but I knew one name keeps popping up, is Ted Johnson, who is a man of a sterling reputation, and he's unimpeachable. I mean, he is the most straight and narrow guy you'd ever want to have. Well, if you believe what you read in the newspapers, he was not willing to recuse himself from the full investigation.
But he's the one
he is
who
now
is
the chair. And then there was
asking.
a second point that following the mass resignations, a press release was put out by the Trudeau Foundation that those directors and the president who left said was not factual. The press release said, oh, the directors have resigned because of politicalization, which is not the truth, according to them. They resigned because they were barred from doing the full investigation that they wanted to get to the bottom of.
Which is what the three directors there now have asked the government to do, but they have asked the Auditor General.
Well, they came around, and since the mass resignation, the three old guard directors who are in charge now of the Trudeau Foundation have changed their tune, and they reached out to the Auditor General.
But why isn't the Auditor General just saying, yeah, we'll do it? She seems to be taking your time. Now, maybe by the time this is on, she has made a decision, but who should be doing the audit? The
audit should be done by the CRA Charities Directorate. The Trudeau Foundation is a charity. Donation and tax receipting is the expertise of the Charities Directorate. So the directors, if they knew who the boss is, they should actually have asked the CRA to investigate.
But it's a big government, and if the Auditor General knows her business, then she'll send order to the CRA. There'll be an audit, and then we'll get the answers.
As a director, there are certain rules and regulations you need to know. It's a great honor, it's prestige to sit on these foundations. You also have governance and fiduciary responsibilities. You do actually need to know the rules.
Well, if anybody knows him, I know Ted Johnson, and as I said, he's beyond reproach. And so are you, Kate Bain. Thank you for joining us. 3 minutes. Justin Trudeau is now on the record as saying that social media is destabilizing, and he wants to bring in censorship to determine what can be put on and not on social media. That is wrong. Please support this station. And please add your address so I can write you a letter and thank you for supporting freedom of speech.